Hi, I'm Esther Kroll. I'm a psychologist working at the WZB Berlin Social Science Center. And I'm here as a representative for an interdisciplinary team, together with two designers, Doreen Waldhauf and Sasha Beshbalova, and one sociologist, Kathleen Warnhof. We designed a virtual reality application called Behind Closed Walls, and it's about subtle discrimination in the new world of work. When the Berlin Wall fell, I was living very close to the former border. I was 3 years old, so I probably was sleeping during that night, but I remember the next day, I saw all these cars, these typical cars from the former GDR, the Trabants. The whole street was full of them. And later when I grew up, I realized how touched people were in our region. There were photographs on their wall showing how they took out their children from the beds and walked to the former border because they wanted to see their relatives whom they haven't seen for decades. And these badly exposed photographs testified for this family reunion. When I was a child, I wanted to become a lawyer. I had this naive understanding that lawyers help people to get their rights, just like Robin Hood maybe. If our project helps to make the world of work a fairer one, it was worth all our effort. We wanted to break the wall of invisible discrimination. We wanted to raise awareness for this, and we wanted to reach people, decision makers, like HR staff members, team leaders, works council members. These people in power can really make a difference whether or not a job situation is fair. The challenge is that these people in power often do not belong to marginalized groups. It is important that people understand how people feel when they are discriminated against. And this is why we wanted to enable people to have their own experience. And we tried out several design forms. Virtual reality has the advantage that you can design your own world. It's three-dimensional, so it's most realistic. And people, the users, they can act and interact in this world. And we think this is the best possible experience that they can have of being discriminated against. Our project allows people to get an insight in a world that they might not be very familiar with. We didn't want to show or to explain how discrimination works. We wanted that the user experience on their own how it feels like. We used metaphors in graphic design for this, so the career ladder that never ends, or the task that underestimates your ability, or the boss which become bigger and bigger with every inappropriate question. And this shows that discrimination, it's not just about facts, it's also very personal, and that people are really touched when they are discriminated against. We think that our application helps people to reconsider how important fairness is in the job situations. The whole society will benefit from fairness, not just people who belong to marginalized groups. We cannot afford to judge people on their appearance. We need to have the smartest and the most innovative and the creative people on board to face the big challenges. We hope that our application helps people to override their prejudice, their stereotypes, and to learn new behavior. The question that remains unanswered is how technological developments will interplay with human biases. So in our project, we focused on decisions made by people. But what happens is machines will make major HR decisions. For us, it seems like it's a chance, but it also bears a risk if technology will enter this stage of HR decisions. Do the IT developer consider discrimination an issue in the process? And how can society protect people if the process, the decision-making process, is not transparent?